Hello and welcome to this Schedulicity training. I am your host, Christine Renee. I am a Reiki master from Bozeman, Montana. If you'll just do me a favor and let me know if you can see and hear me okay in the chat box. I always like to make sure that you can. And we're going to do this really awesome training today. This is the first time I've done this training, and it's a tool I've been using for maybe about a year, probably a year. Okay, good. I feel like the internet is a little slow today, so I'm not going to be doing any big movements. We're going to be screen sharing and showing you step by step how to use Schedulicity. So Schedulicity is a online scheduling program that you can book clients with. So whether you are a massage therapist, an acupuncturist, a Reiki practitioner, and everything in between, if you want to be booking clients for services online, this is a really amazing tool. And one of the reasons why I love it the most is because you can book up to 20 clients for free. And only at that time of getting more than 20 clients a month, then you have to start paying for it. And then the fee is really reasonable. So they kind of give it to you so that you can utilize it, get familiar with it, and they have all these bells and whistles that we can get into. But I'm going to show you the basics today. And thank you, Marie. That's so sweet of you. Glowing and lovely. I can step into that. I can totally step into that. And so Schedulicity has been great for my Reiki practice. I have been doing Reiki professionally, seeing clients for 3 years now, and have been teaching for 10 years. And I really feel like having this online scheduling option has really brought me in more clients, because people this day and age, they want easy, they want quick, they want convenient. And so not only has it been beneficial for booking new clients, they find me through Schedulicity, but I'm also getting more repeat clients, because they can know that they can look up my calendar anytime they want and schedule around what I already have going on. And so it's easy, it's user friendly as well. I had a client yesterday, I book you right now. She's like, oh no, I'll go home and do it when I have my calendar. And it's like, great, fantastic. And I know she will. So I have more people buying my 5-pack because they know that they can go online and schedule when it's convenient for them. So that's great. We want to build our businesses. We want to spread the Reiki love and light. And here is just one more tool that's really easy to use, that's going to help you make it. So whether you're just starting out or already seeing clients, this is a really great tool to know about. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. I'm going to screen share with you, and it's going to look funny for a moment, and then I'll pop back in every once in a while to see the chat box to kind of know what's going on your end. But I'm going to walk you through all of the steps. Okay, so we're going to go over to Schedulicity, and when you go to schedulicity.com, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be like, scheduling has never been this simple, and you can book something that you want. Let's say we want to do Reiki in San Francisco, and I just want to show you what the user experience is too. So these are all the things that will come up. So you can I don't even know what that is. You have all of these different people who are saying that they incorporate Reiki in their services. And so you can scroll up and you can see how many favorites they have, what services they offer, and you can just keep moving down. And so it's really cool if you're especially in a big city like San Francisco to find Reiki. Now, I'm in Bozeman, Montana. So if I put Bozeman, Montana in, you're going to find Laura Schultz Therapeutic Massage, Milk Thistle. To scroll down. These are all just in my little town. Wild Betty Botanicals and Reiki Cafe. That's me. I'm Reiki Cafe. Kathleen Jones. Look at all these different people who are offering Reiki just in my little town. And you know what I have to say About half of those people are my students. So I'm like, oh, good. They're doing their work. That's fantastic. So now if you wanted to start your own Schedulicity, go back to Schedulicity.com. And while it's, there we go. Pop out and make sure we don't have any questions. Fantastic. Okay. So you can list your business. See this little orange button up here in the corner? You're going to click that. And it's going to start walking you through it. So you have this start for free, sign up for free. Everything is free. And so we're going to I'm just going to put in my email, kind of like one of my dummy emails at gmail.com. Actually, yeah. Okay. And I'm going to sign up for free. Oh, it says it's invalid. Let's do a different email. Let's go to sign up for free. Another user has it. This is interesting. I haven't had this issue yet. Does anyone in this group want to do it? Let's see. Well, I don't want to add anyone else's information in, but basically, let me try one more. See if this will work. There we go. Okay. So it's going to ask you to put in all of your information to create your profile. Okay. And so when you create that profile, I'm actually going to do it so that I can show you all of these goodies without giving away my without giving away my clients' identities. Okay, so I'm going to create a profile. Business name, Reiki Cafe number 2. So I already have one in. It's going to ask me, what industry am I in? Am I a hairstylist? Am I an esthetician? Am I spa? Am I yoga? And so it's going to have all of these different options in here. And notice that they, under industries, they do have Reiki. Now you're going to want to decide if you want to be under Reiki or if you're going to choose something like spa. Like if you're creating a spa environment and Reiki is a part of it, but you're offering many services, spa might be a better option than just Reiki. Okay, so if I want to go here and I'm going to go put my business address in, 521 East Peach, Bozeman, Montana, 59715. I agree to my information. And here it is. This is what it looks like. It says, let's get started. What are you wanting to do? One-on-one appointments, or are you going to do classes and workshops? So it kind of already knows that I'm a Reiki practitioner. And so it's already telling me, look, you can do one-on-one appointments or you can do classes. So this is great. Yes, we love this. Thank you very much. And I got to say, you know, their customer service is phenomenal. I full number. They actually are out of Bozeman, Montana. Just trying to figure out how to close that little window. So I'm going to say I want to do one-on-one appointments. Okay. Do you want a personal tour? So they make it super, super simple. So we're just going to follow along and we're going to go create our services. So their customer service is great. If you call them, you're going to get an actual person. It's fantastic. I love it. Okay, I'm going to say I got it. I totally get it. But this is the nice part. I wanted you to see this too. Like everything is in here. They make it super easy. So we're going to just kind of go to the next step. And we're going to say we're going to do, it's thinking about it. We are going to go put in our services. So we're going to go down to settings. I know, but you You can create an appointment. I know, but we have to put in our services first. Thank you. Yes, we got it. Well done. Okay. I want to put in my, it's thinking. There we go. We have to create a service. Yes, that's exactly what I want to do right here. Under the name of the service, we're going to say Reiki session. You can put a description of your Reiki session, 60-minute of Reiki bliss. Okay, I don't actually recommend putting that in, but we're just doing this so that you guys know how to do it. We're going to do 0 hours and 60 minutes. Oh, we just want to do 1 hour. 1 hour. Cleanup time. Cleanup time means how much time you need in between appointments so that you have enough time to prepare for the next appointment. So what I like to do is 20 minutes between appointments. So if I finish my Reiki client at the 55-minute mark, I have 5 minutes to check out that client. And as you know, if you're a Reiki practitioner, sometimes there's stuff to chat about, or sometimes you want to book them for a 5-pack and they've got to get out their credit card and all these things. And so you want to make sure that you have a little cushion in between clients so they're not back to back. And, I feel like 20 minutes is enough for me to check the one client out, remake massage table bed, as well as go to the bathroom or get a drink and be ready for the next client. So give yourself some wiggle room here and really think about how long is it going to take you. And if you're just starting out, you might need more than 20 minutes because until you learn how to get one client out the door in a timely fashion, that takes practice. So just keep that in mind. But I think 20 minutes is really good. And let's say I'm going to charge $100. Okay. And you can say require address. And that means if I was going to be doing an out call service, if I want to see people in their homes, I want to check that so that then when the client books, they have to put in their address. Okay. And then, we have this no payment required. If I wanted to have a requirement that they prepay before they show up, and sometimes you need to do this in case you have people who are no showing all the time. If you have last minute cancellations, this is something to consider. I haven't had to do it in my own personal practice. I rarely have a no-show. So I haven't put this in place. But if you just want to hold their credit card or require a prepayment or require a deposit, you can do that with Schedulicity. Okay, so we're just going to save that. And now we're at 33% done. Now we want to create an appointment. Okay, so we're going to go over to the appointment area. And we can start booking on the calendar. But look, it says that I'm available all day, every day, except the weekend. And that's not my it's not my jive. So what I want to do is, yeah, I know. I just want to put this down. Go away. So what you want to do is you want to go over to settings. So there's clients, there's marketing. And if you go under settings, you can go to providers and instructors. And you want to put in your information. So here I'm Christine Renee. Select your name to edit the profile and your work schedule. So this is key. So you want to change your image and put in your beautiful smiling face. If you have not got professional headshot done, I would recommend it. And so you can put your photo here. It will say what services. So let's say you offer 10 different things. You offer crystal Reiki, and you offer essential oil Reiki, and you offer a 90-minute option, and you offer pet Reiki, and you offer, cranial sacral work, whatever it is. You can put it under your services offered. And then you can scroll down to your schedule. So automatically it's going to say that I'm working 8 to 5. Well, I don't work 8 to 5. So I'm going to edit this. I'm going to edit and I'm going to say I only am for my summer schedule. I'm only offering to see clients on Wednesdays and Fridays from 9. I have kids, so I've got to get them to daycare or whatever. So I'm going to say 9 to 5. on Wednesdays and Fridays. So you can put in your own personalized schedule, and then you save it. And that's going to update that original calendar that we saw on where people can book. The other cool thing is, if you know you're going on vacation this summer, you can put on this no days off schedule. So you can add, I'm going to be out of town from July 18th, July 19th, July 20th, and that one. Okay, so then it's going to take me off the schedule for those days. If I know my fall schedule, let's say my fall schedule is going to start in September, on September 2nd, and then my kids are in school. Whoopee, I'm going to be in the office every day of the week. And I'm still off to where they need to go, so I'm not coming in until 9 a.m. Okay, so you get the idea. You can just save it. And now you have your schedule. You have your everyday current schedule. You have a new schedule in the future. And if you want to change anything about this, there's this cute little edit button. I'm going to be taking a summer vacation. That's in there. And now you can go back up to your calendar, get it in action. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. It's going to have everything blocked off other than the times that you told it to be. So let's say that I'm going to pop over and see if you guys have any questions thus far. I believe you can change from Reiki to spa later on, but you know what I would do? Honestly, the customer service is so phenomenal. I would just call them and say, hey, can you do this for me, or can you show me how? And they'll change it on their back end. They can walk you through it. Like I called them yesterday, I go, hey, are you okay if I make a temporary, file, because I'm doing this webinar today, and they were like, yeah, no problem. So this is really cool. Like it has your monthly bookings count at the top, so you know how many you have gotten before you have to upgrade. See how that works? So if I have someone that says they want a session at 9 a.m., I'm going to open that up, and there it says you have to put in their client information. So you put their client information, what service they want, what time of day they want to start, and then it will save in there. And you can also put in the reoccurring appointments. So like I have a couple clients that they see me the same time every week, and they don't ever plan to stop, which is fantastic. You want those type of clients, right? Right. So this is how the calendar works. They also have, I want to close out of this really quick because I want to show you their app too. I can make me big again. Make me big again. There we go. Here I am. So the other really cool thing is that they have their own Schedulicity app. And so if you can see it, it's right there. It's that cute little boxy one, and it brings you to Schedulicity. And so what it's going to do is it's going to pull up my profile, my background image, and it's going to list all of my current clients for that day when I first open it. And it says right now, oh, happy day. Today it's your day off because I'm doing these webinars. And so it's going to tell you right away, hey, you got sessions there today. And you can set up Schedulicity to text you and email you when you have people booking. So I love it. I feel like I book clients in my sleep. I'll go to bed at night. I open up my email in the morning, and then it says, you have this client booked and you have this client booked. But let's say I don't want anyone to book clients without 24 hours notice. You can set that up in Schedulicity as well, so that people have to give you some warning. So like if you're just starting out and you don't have anyone on the calendar, and then all of a sudden you have a client that booked for an hour, and you're like, well, I didn't have anyone on the calendar, so I went skiing that day. So you can modify your calendar so that they have to book within 24 hours. Like they have to give you at least that much notice. And then what I do is I just tell them in the session, I'm like, if it's less than 24 hours, please call me, because I still want that client if I'm available, but they have to call me to make it. Okay. And so here's my app. And so I can go and look at my actual calendar. And I'm going to show you what this can look like. You can look at it by the week, or you can look at it by the day. And so I want to show you how it would look if I had a fairly full schedule. So this was March 2019. That was 1 week in March. So you can see the blacked out portion is when I had someone scheduled, and the white portion is when I was still available. And so that was a pretty typical week for me. And then if I click in, you can see their names, their times. They can put a note on it. So it'll give you a red flag saying, hey, just an FYI, I was a referral by this person. Or like some people will say, hey, I booked this for my husband. Like I'll know who the client is, but it's her husband. So they can make their own notes in them. And then you can write private notes about your clients. So for example, I often sell 5-packs where people buy their sessions, come in 5 times. And so I'll just make a note on their appointment. This was number 2 out of 5. This was number 3 out of 5. I can put on there, spirit guide showed up to reveal this. This was the message they received today. This, I can put a private note that the client can't see, but I can see it. So then when they come in again and again, I can go back and look at their history and go, oh, wow, okay, they had shoulder issues last week and their mom had just come into town. And so I put in there what we were working on previously, especially if you have a lot of clients, it's really important, right? Does that make sense? I want to show you a couple other things that are super cool about Schedulicity. So I'm going to go back to the screen share mode. Question. Did I see it text you when someone has added to your schedule? Yes. Yes. So that's really nice. It will, and you can choose, you can opt into whether it notifies you by email or if it notifies you by text or both. But the app is what I use 90% of the time. And then I only use it on my laptop when I'm making big schedule changes. I'm changing my schedule. I'm changing my employee's schedule. So I had 3 other Reiki practitioners, and then I had to pay an additional fee to get a bigger package because I think it's after 3 logins you need to, or maybe it's even after, yeah, I think it's 3 logins. So I had 3 different employees all working underneath me. And so you pay a little more, and then they all get their app and they get their login access, and then they can update their schedule and all of those things. And you can say what things they are able to change. Like they can't change what the session description is. Like a Reiki session is a Reiki session, and I don't want them changing that information. But if they wanted to go in and change their bio, I could say, yes, they can do that. Or if I wanted to have them say, yes, they can change their availability, I can do that. Sometimes I want to be that person to change their availability because I want to know what's going on in my business, right? So there's different ways you can utilize this tool. And it hasn't ever been very much money. Like I'm always constantly surprised. I think I'm paying $29.99 for just me. Like for my summers, everyone leaves Postman and they go travel. And so I do more distance sessions and coaching clients and more webinars, more or online programs in the summer. And so I'll take everything down, and then what Schedulicity charges me changed because I don't have employees for the summer. I'm scaling back, and then in the fall I'm like, okay, here we go again, and I'll bust it open. And so it always kind of knows, and I really like that they kind of can grow with you as you grow. Okay, so I want to show you something else that's very cool about Schedulicity. So you have all these buttons right here on the left. The first one is your dashboard, and it's just going to give you an overview of your day. And so it will list all of your clients for that day. It will list all of the clients that you have booked for the next 7 days, like your estimate of how many that you have. And then usually right underneath that, it will say your estimated earnings are $1,500. It'll tell you how much money that you're expected to mate with what's already on the calendar. So that's cool. I like logging in and saying, oh, look how much money I'm planning on making. Okay, so the next one is your appointments. We looked at that. You can book your appointments there or through your app. You can book classes. So classes is something that you would do on a regular basis. So if I'm going to teach a guided meditation course, this would be good for that. So it's anything that you're going to consistently teach, then you can put it in. Create your first class. It can walk you through that. If you are going to be teaching like a one-time Reiki class, I would consider that a workshop. Okay, so we're going to create our first workshop because I think if anyone in here is going to be doing Schedulicity, you got to use this tool. Like, it's super cool. So I'm going to say Reiki level 1 training. Okay, we're going to put in that description. Clients can book it online. If I'm going to have multiple days, let's say I'm going to teach the Reiki level 1 class over 3 Monday mornings. You can do that. If you want it to be not weekly sessions, but a specific date, you can do that. So this is really cool. And you can say, this is my instructor. There is how many slots in your class. So this is how many do you want to attend? Where are you going to cap it? And if you haven't figured that out yet, it's okay. But really think about how many people can you manage in a class and how many should you be booking? So like I've had up to 12 students in my level 1 class, and I realized that's really kind of too much for the way I like to teach. I like to really have an intimate experience with my students. So I don't want any more than 7 students for my level 1 class. And I'm going to charge whatever you're going to charge, $225. I'm going to put the location in if you want. If you don't put a location in, just make sure that you contact all of your students and let them know that where it's going to be at. And you can, once again, you can have them prepay and do all that, require payment before they book. So we can say, okay, great, this is what I want. Everything's in there, and I can hit save. Oh, it's already in the past. Okay, let's put this as next week. Okay, I'm gonna hit save, and then it's on the calendar. It's on my day off. So, okay, this is another cool thing. A lot of times I book my classes on my quote unquote days off from seeing clients. And I'm going to say book anyway. Okay. I'm going to book it anyway. There it is. It's obviously not going to be 1 hour. I didn't update that. And then they're going to have this tally score of how many people are booking it online. And I really like this because then you can go and see the list of people who have scheduled that class. You can see the roster here. And when you are done with your teaching your class, you can go over to reports. And in that report section, you can pull up everyone who has taken that class. So see how there's this reports button? Reports are fantastic. So it can kind of give you an overview of everything that's going on in your company. So you can see your schedules by provider. So if I wanted to know how many sessions Jane Doe saw over the last 3 months, I can pull that up. If I wanted to know my workshop attendance, like, oh my gosh, I can't remember if, Susie and Mark both took the level 1 class 2 months ago. Well, I can pull up the workshop attendance and see their names there and go, okay, they did. So I should reach out to them and see if they're ready for level 2 yet. So I really like this report section. And if you feel like, am I having a lot of cancellations? You can look. You can look at your booking activity. So this is a really, really fun way to see things. If you have, if you want to see what kind of clients are coming in for, all of this stuff is in this back reports area. So like if you want to do a report on what's your most popular workshop, that could be your Reiki level 1, your, how to combine shamanic work and Reiki, your crystals Reiki class, whatever workshops you're doing. And you can actually look at a report to see which ones are most popular. And so this reports tab is one of my favorite things to look at because I can really see a lot of stuff. Okay, so know that is out there. So if you hit this little tab on the corner, you have all of these different things. Okay, so when you open up your account, definitely look around. They have some marketing options. You want to make sure all of your business details are in there. You can change your plan if you are starting off right away with employees, if you're really already, if you hit that 20 mark right from the beginning, if you want to start charging clients up front, like all of those are going to be under this My Plan. And the other thing I wanted to show you is under marketing. Okay, so you can have all these different features. So you can get, the one that you're going to use the most is this business listing. So we're just going to click there first. And what this is going to be is once you put in your business details, you can change your image. That will be your put in your website, you can put in your Facebook, you can put in your Twitter, you can put in your business keywords, and those are your searchable keywords. So if you go to that very first page that we looked at where we were looking at different Reiki businesses around San Francisco, you want to put in here all the different things that they might search for your company to show up. Okay, so does that make sense? And then you can scroll down and you can edit all of this information about your company, information about payments, hours, and here's my favorite part, is this link. See this link right here? You can copy it. You can post it on your Facebook. You can post it on your Instagram. Like, they have all these different ways to share that. But this is something I would send out in an email. This is something I would post in my Facebook page. So there's a place in your Facebook where you can say, where's your link to book online? This is that link that you can book online. So all of this is really cool that it's already set up for you to share it and put yourself out there. So we'll go back to the marketing thing. This one, you can have this fill my book, automatically discount hard to fill openings. So like if you have a time of day, let's say every morning at 10:30, I rarely ever get a client because it's not yet lunch and they didn't take the morning off. And so that's a hard time to fill. Well, you can tell Schedulicity take a percentage off for that time slot, to fill it up. And so you can have all these different offerings in here to promote online for you. I don't use a lot of these because, if you do your email marketing through here, Schedulicity is going to own your emails. I want to use my email service. So, keep in mind, that some of these might absolutely work great for you. And like your deal manager, like if you want to have certain times of the month where you're putting things on sale and you want it to promote that way, like Schedulicity is awesome for all of that. And so you can check all of these really cool things out. Like you can get your widgets for your website, you can get your access buttons for your Facebook page, like all of that. That's easy to use. I just want to say that again. Schedulicity is super easy to use. So if you're like, where do I find stuff again? Like, where do I put in my workshops? You go down to the settings and here's my list of services, classes. This would be like if you're teaching meditation every Wednesday morning, this is where you're going to put it. Workshops is more of your like one-day classes or special events. If you have providers or instructors for your classes, that's where you're going to put that, including yourself. And then here's all this other information as well. Okay. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to start taking questions. And let me know what you guys think. Yeah, for healing circles, I would put that under a workshop if it was going to be a one-time deal. And if I knew and I was going to commit, like here's the thing, I'm going to commit the last Sunday of every month, I'm going to have a Reiki circle. Then I would put it under classes. Okay. Cassidy asks, if you choose the prepay option for clients, do they walk you through how that works? Personally, I like to take clients' payments in the session that I'm with them, because then I have an opportunity to instead of just taking a payment for that one session, which is what they would be doing online, I'm going to be upselling. I think you would be benefit from having a 5-pack. I think you would be benefiting from if you got this supplement from me as well. I think you would benefit from buying this crystal I'm selling or whatever it is. So that way I feel like I'm really more in control. Now, not in control, but that I have a conversation about money with them. If that makes you uncomfortable and you are just really like, let them just buy it online because it cuts into my time and I just want to do the Reiki and I don't want to talk about money, that might be a really good option for you. See how that works? I definitely like to talk to people because that is an opportunity to provide more services. And so I don't really think of it as, upselling. I think about how can I better help this person? And it might be something in my office that I'm selling that I want to have them purchase while they're there. And, if you want to connect your Schedulicity with Square or with Stripe, you absolutely can. I don't. I want to use my phone and my Square button and have people swipe with and make sure that information, if they do buy a 5-pack, that goes on their note section. Sue asked if they pay ahead, have to. Oh, how does a refund work? I'm not sure. And I think that's why you take payments up front, is because you don't give refunds. So one of the whole points of paying up front is so that they're committed and they show up and there's no refunds available unless they cancel within 24 hours. And so I'm pretty sure Schedulicity has that option, but it's something that you could definitely check out with Schedulicity. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. You take the payment up front so they're committed to showing up. So if you were having a really hard time with people canceling on you, you need to be looking at some of the things that you're doing, whether you're not charging enough. And that actually can be a reason why people blow you off, is because they're not totally putting their feet in and committing. And or that if you have just a ton of cancellations for your area, I would make people start paying before they came. But for me, that's never been an issue. People they show up on time. Sometimes the first time they have a hard time finding me, but for the most part, I just let them pay in the office. Cassie says, if they prepay, you could always sell a bigger package. Yes, you could. So then it would be, they already paid for one and you can sell them another 5-pack so they'd have 5 additional sessions. Yes. All right, guys. Well, this is your Schedulicity training. If you have questions, you can feel free to reach out to me at info@christinerenee.org. And you can hit this little button at the below that says give Schedulicity a try. This is my referral link. And so I am collaborating in a sense with Schedulicity. They are in my hometown. I've been using them for a year and I really do love their service. So if you are ready to put yourself out there and have people start booking, do this. This is a great way to do it. So there's your link right there. Go ahead and give it a try. Let me know what you think and if you have any questions. All right, everyone, take care and have a wonderful day.